Okay, so it looks like trout for dinner. And these are 2 fillets that were just caught today. So it's fresh trout, lake trout, pond trout, what is it?
These are rainbow trout.
Rainbow trout, okay.
From Zanesfield, Ohio.
And you've basically just rinsed them and...
I didn't even bother rinsing.
Oh, because they're that fresh that you don't... Okay. So, they are skinned.
Fillets and skinned. These are probably some of the finest trout actually in the region. So they've now got a little bit of salt and pepper on them. The next seasoning is going to be sage, which we're going to throw into the butter, which is now at temperature.
And that's like what, 3 tablespoons of butter?
3 tablespoons of sweet butter.
So you're basically sauteing the
Yes.
sage leaves.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to allow the sage leaves to flavor the trout. I'll add more too when we turn it. And they're pretty trout. They're pretty sage leaves. So move around in here just a little bit.
Now this is to flavor the butter, or
Absolutely, yes. Flavor the butter, which will then in turn flavor the trout.
Awesome. Okay.
And contemporaneously, we have garlic here for our baby broccoli, which is over there. Garlic is going to go into olive oil over here.
Okay, so the whole meal is sage trout with broccolini and garlic.
Correct.
Okay.
And now we're moving the trout into the pan. Notice I'm putting the thickest part of the trout in the center of the pan, because that's usually where the most heat is. And I'm trying to keep the thickest parts of the trout next to each other, so I can keep them over the highest heat, while the thinner parts of the trout don't get overcooked.
Okay, and the garlic is just now browning. And this smells absolutely wonderful. And you are grabbing just the stems
Exactly.
of
Just
the broccoli.
stems of the baby broccoli.
Because it takes longer to cook. You're basically frying it.
Yeah. Sauteing it, frying. Okay, we'll put the florets in later. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to that. Sorry. Ready? Just to make sure that we've got enough.
Okay.
And a dash of salt. Sauce. And now I'm going to put a lid on it. And I'm adding the shallot, we have quite a bit up here, to the trout. This is both to flavor the butter and trout, and also to create a nice little garnish at the end. We may not be able to fit all these in there. I may have had my faithful assistant cut a few too many, but you know, gotta save to the side. The shallot is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. As they get brown, the flavors become caramelized. Shallot and sage and trout go together like they were made for each other.
Okay, so you took the lid off of the stems of the broccolini and you added all the rest of the florets in on top of the garlic, and you are about to turn over your
First, let me toss this a little bit. Get the florets down underneath some of the action here. Put the lid back on.
Okay.
And now we're going to try and flip the trout. Reverse it. Flip it over.
in order to keep the thick part still in the center.
Yeah, and I'll just adjust the adjust the pan to meet with that, but I want both the thickest parts next to each other. Then I move the pan a little bit further away.
And our plates are warm.
And the shallots are beginning to brown a little bit here. I'm just going to move them around, make sure we get lots of nice hot butter on them. And the sage as well.
Now, you added 4 more sage leaves.
I want sage, new sage flavor hitting the trout the entire time.
Because as the sage kind of fries up, it gets crispy, but it does kind of lose its flavor into the butter.
Precisely. So I want to keep adding it. And the sage itself becomes something nice to eat as well. It becomes crispy and tasty and flavorful. It's a nice garnish. It's an absolutely wonderful garnish.
Okay, the fish is a little brown on the top, and you want to
Broccolini.
toss the broccolini in the garlic just to keep it from burning.
That way you have to move it around. And then we're going to add a little lemon to it. And we're going to catch any seeds in our hand. As you can see, there's several there.
It's beautiful.
Shallots are coming along. Trout it appears to be an extremely delicate fish. It is not. It is probably the least delicate fish in our repertoire, believe it or not. You can cook it much longer than you think you need to, and it'll still be just dandy.
So basically, it's hard to overcook trout.
Yeah, you can certainly, but it usually happens several minutes past when you think it's done. You're almost there. The broccolini is about done. I'm just going to keep it warm now. We'll go to plate with the broccoli last. The fish will hold its temperature if the plates are warm enough, and they appear to be. So I'm going to try to leave as many of the shallots and sage in the pan.
You want the sage and everything to continue cooking?
Yeah. See if we can get those shallots just a little bit more caramelized. And there's our trout on hot plates. If we warm those up in the microwave, you can warm them from the oven. It's not a problem.
But they should be warm.
They should definitely be warm. As a general rule, anything worth eating is worth eating on a warm plate, unless it's ice cream.
Even then, it gets all melted.
And you can see how we're getting these nice and brown. They will get there very quickly.
I can't express how good this smells.
And I'm going to move our broccolini to the plates now. This is very paleo friendly, and also weight loss friendly. This is a ton.
Yeah, we have a tendency to eat a lot of vegetables. Probably twice as much as most people do.
More than that. But we're not having a starch with this. Now, we're not having a starch with this because, if you eat the way we like to eat, you have to give something up. And if you want to keep your girlish figure, giving up the starch is the way to do it.
Okay.
I'm thinking that's just about fine.
And this is basically garnish for on top of the fish?
Exactly. So we got a couple sage leaves, and onion there. Put that on top.
And these sage leaves are like sage candy because they get so light and crispy. It's just amazing.
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
And I'm just trying to distribute them evenly on both plates.
Because I get to pick which one is mine.
Right. That's the rule.
Awesome.
And
Another.
now we're going to add, this may be a little bit delicate, but I'm going to add a little of the butter, the leftover butter, right on the plates.
Oh yeah, because You cooked all the shallot, you cooked all the sage into that butter.
Exactly.
That's your sauce.
Ground butter is a natural sauce for trout.
And this is absolutely beautiful. Thanks.
It's bon appetit.